My name is Pamela Means, and I'm the president of the National Bar Association. It is extremely critical that students at this stage in their career who are thinking about law school attend this pre-law conference. When I was attempting to go to law school, this body of information was not available to me, but it was available to other students, non-students of color who were preparing to go to law school. This gives the students an insight into the type of classes they will be taking, helping them to prepare for the LSAT, which will eventually determine what law school they attend. And it also gets them in the mode of networking and building relationships with individuals who eventually one day can be their partners or their clients. So this is an excellent program for preparing pre-law students to enter into a career that is in much need of diversity.
The information I'm getting from this conference is an understanding of the process on all levels, from the LSAT up into and through the actual application process, writing personal statements, diversity statements, how to present your best self in the application process, and to be encouraged that despite whatever level I'm at in terms of my LSAT score, my GPA, my life experiences, just present, if you have an interest in law school, present your best self in the application process so that you can be considered. One thing that really left a lasting impact on me last year at American University, a gentleman said, if you want to go to law school, for the most part there's a law school you're going to be able to get into. And so that encouragement that if you have it in your heart to do it, understanding what it takes to get in, and then also getting exposure to people who are at different points in their career, either admissions people or people who've gone through law school, people who are practicing attorneys, those different stories to let me as well as others know that wherever you are in the process, if you have it in your heart that you want to do it, grasp these experiences and use them for encouragement to keep moving forward and get through the process of the application, getting into law school, and then also for encouragement to actually matriculate and successfully complete your law degree and then move on to however you choose to use this great credential.
This conference is amazing. I had not heard about it before. I was really excited when Evangeline reached out and said, this is, we're coming to Massachusetts. And I said, wow, this is amazing. But this speaks to everything that we as Black lawyers need. It speaks to making the connections. It speaks to what we need to do to lift as we climb, to train people, to create the pipelines, to invest in ourselves, to support one another. And I think that's what's more important, is that we all have to support each other. We got to walk arm in arm and challenge these issues and battle these issues. And this particular conference really is an opportunity to give pre-law students a glimpse at what it looks like, what the future holds. And my hope is that, these folks that are here today will be great lawyers and judges and execs and run for office. And they're just going to be great because all of us have really done the groundwork. And so I'm really excited that they're here, and I'm excited that the students are here and they're committing to their education very early on.
It's so meaningful, and I know specifically for the students, I know that I believe in the power of representation, and for them to be able to see Black lawyers, Black law students of all shades, all different types of melanin, hair type, textures, everything, to know that we are here and we are active, we are present, we are resisting. And it's inspiring. And I would hope that they all find this experience inspiring. And as a member of the Harvard community, it's important that we create these spaces, because it's important to me for all students to know that, specifically Black students, to know that this space is accessible to them. This place is real and it's attainable, and it may seem like there's a disconnect, but you belong here. And by having conferences like this and supporting initiatives like the Harvard Debate Project, we're hopefully creating a pipeline so that students really feel that Harvard Law or Harvard University or any law school for that matter is accessible to them.
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, and what brings me to the conference is that it's a space for Black aspiring lawyers to enjoy each other and affirm each other. And I feel like those spaces are needed, especially coming from a place like Alabama. When you have that environment, it's very easy for your ambition to get depleted. So I really appreciate the people who put on this conference. I think there's a very special thing that happens when Black people get into a room and bounce ideas off of each other. And this conference for me personally has just been a concentrated room of just inspiration and motivation and things like that. So I really appreciate the speakers that come and just to hear their stories as they inspire all of us.
This conference has instilled a sense of confidence in me that I used to have but lost sight of after attending UNC Chapel Hill, because you're surrounded by so many people who are so ambitious, in addition to being a racial minority, something that I wasn't used to in an educational setting. I wasn't as supported as I usually was. And that took a toll on me. That took a toll on my mental health. So being around like-minded people of color that are aspiring and pushing to reach those goals and such high aspirations, such as being Supreme Court justices or being a lawyer, whether that's in entertainment or criminal law or attending Harvard Law, hopefully, and I know a lot of us will get in eventually. It's given me that energy and that drive back, and allowed me to see in myself what others have always seen.